Let's talk about fish. The president gave you a mandate to serve under a minister so that you tackle our fish and aquaculture sector. You have been closing the sea. We say you said because we'll get more fish, no problem. We fight small, we allow you close the sea, and then when you decide you come and unlock it, and we're going to do whatever. Now you're saying people should not buy new canoes or carve new canoes and go on the sea. So you are simply saying people should not go fishing. New people. I mean, if you are not a fisherman already, what's the idea? Explain the story to me.
Well, let me start from here, Umaru, so we can appreciate what really is happening. Mm-hmm. Okay, fortunately for us, our waters fall within the Gulf of Guinea coast. Mm-hmm. Okay, and by the blessings of the Almighty, our waters are such that ecologically, species that are more economical in terms of even affordability, when you talk about the small pelagics, they are scientifically or biologically have a good environment to habitate. Okay, so you realize that because our waters produce significantly the planktons, let me break them into the phytoplanktons and the zooplanktons. We are able to develop more stock levels for our small pelagics and other species. I talk about the small pelagics because the small pelagics are economical and affordable.
When you say small pelagics, is that the fish we buy when we go to the kinky seller?
That's right. Okay. We talk about the sardinellas, the flat sardinella, the round sardinella, the anchovies, and then the mackerel. Mm-hmm. Okay, and landing catch determines that they are largely proportionate when it comes to our landings. And then they are also affordable. And as a result, they form huge proportion of our catch. But you see, because of our own making, human activities, we can mention a lot of them. If you look at the data, mid-reference point 1996, the small pelagics that we landed were about 250,000 metric tons. When you go forward to 2000, we came to 135,000 metric tons. 2002, it went up a little to 220,000 metric tons. Then it started taking a nosedive. In fact, as of 2014, the data has indicated we have dropped about 44,185 metric tons in the small pelagics, which is supposed to be affordable, economical for our people.
In our sea.
In our sea,
so the stock was reducing.
It's reducing. Now, if you take the other report from the Fridtjof Nansen's research vessel report for 2016, 2017, 2019, 2020, the biomass is also showing that our sardinellas and then the anchovies have dropped significantly. In fact, one of the reports even indicated that the situation is like a dying human being whose health condition is deteriorating every day. That is where we are. And when you measure the catch per unit effort, which talks about input cost, and even the economics of the fishing activity by the artisanal canoes, they are losing, they are not getting profit. It means we are in trouble.
So what are the volumes now? What volumes are it? What's the tonnage?
The tonnage now is so down. I think we are, the small pelagics, we are nowhere near 55,000 going upwards.
From 200,000?
We are nowhere near there. We're coming up a little. Recently, when we did the close season and all, it's started going up, because if you look at the Fridtjof Nansen's report, it was rather even talking about 7,000 biomass for the small pelagics. Okay, at a particular catch.
So our fish is finishing in the sea.
That is the threat. So when government decided that based on the Fisheries Act, let's have a marine fisheries management plan. So we did for 2022 to 2026. And the government cabinet approved, we gazetted. And when you read chapter 6, which talks about the result framework, you realize that we are being directed to take management measures to replenish the stock. Because, you can define food security and nutritional security in any form. But for me, it is not for the today's people alone. It is also for the future. So whatever we do today must be there also for the future people of Ghanaians. And if we don't work hard and take the bold decisions and bring in the management measures that can help us replenish the stock, then, Umaru, at a point in time, life in the ocean will not be there. The life in the ocean is the aquatic animals and the plants, aquatic plants in the ocean. We take it out, what is left is there is no life in it.
So your solution to this reduction in stocks is to prevent people from going to fish. You have done that by locking the sea. But why are you now asking people to completely abandon fishing?
Good. So we also look at the statistics and we realize that you need to take your stock level into consideration. Your stock level must determine the number of canoes that should be fishing. Your stock level must determine that. Because at a point you can look at your maximum sustainable yield. How much do you take out and how much do you replenish? And that should guide you. So the science numbers has indicated that we shouldn't go beyond 10,000 canoes from the stock level if we really even want to sustain what we call the maximum sustainable yield. Like you take out the equal weight that you take out, you must replenish it with the same equal amount. Because, fish is a depleting resources. So if even we want to create that equilibrium, that you can have a maximum sustainable yield, then you don't need more than 10,000 canoes.
How many do we have currently? As I speak to you
now, we have 12,175. Okay, and we did
on the sea alone.
Yes,
and or in the river bodies.
On the sea, no, the river bodies inland. Inland is not part of it. We're talking about the marine space.
Over 12,000 canoes.
Over 12,000 canoes.
That's more than the 10,000 you're talking about.
10,000 we are talking about.
And your solution is that?
And our solution is that the management plan has told us that we should work to first and foremost register all canoes. First, give them unique numbers, emboss the numbers, and create a canoe identification cards for them.
What will be embossed on the canoes?
It will be the unique number.
Okay.
The canoe name. The canoes have name. We register them, they have a name. We have records on their crews and all. That's why we are able, you heard the minister when we commissioned the automation. You heard her talking about direct people into fisheries. That is the canoe. 110,000 plus. Okay, so we have even the names, the crew, and all data that will build.
So every canoe person,
the knowledge and the wisdom of the vice president in terms of digitalization, data collection, scientific data, and use of data. Okay, so courtesy that we have all this canoe framework, canoe frame survey that we've done. So we have all these numbers now. Now we've done the canoe identification card. The same chapter 6 that I mentioned is saying that we should do recharacterization of the canoe and then the gear. Also do a 3-year moratorium of new entrants.
Wait, so all the 12,000 canoes on the sea, you have their records?
We have their records.
You've registered all of them?
We've registered all of them.
From Aflao or
We've
from
registered all of them.
To Elubo?
All of them.
Okay. You have their details.
We have their details.
And you are saying that they can continue to fish.
We are saying they can continue to fish.
But
new entrants, okay? Because why? We have to align our efforts, okay, with annual estimated sustainable level. As I told you, that if you don't take cognizance of your stock and match it with effort, you run zero at a point.
So you are banning new canoes on the sea?
We are banning temporary banning new canoes on the sea.
So when?
For 3 years. It's starting October 1st October, and then ending 2026 in October. What we are saying is that every year we will look at the sustainable stock level. We'll take the numbers. And then within that 3 years, we should be able to stabilize. Because you see, we also need policy. And every day you go to canoe frame survey, the number is added. You don't always have numbers. We also want the canoe, the fisher folks to make profit. In fact, we did extensive engagement. We did regional engagement. We did community engagement. We specifically even did landing beach engagement and engage all the stakeholders. As I speak to you, the Ghana Fishermen Canoe Council itself had wanted us to start this the beginning of the year, 1st January.
So they support what you are doing?
Fully.
All right, but if I lived at Lekwono in the Ningo Pram Pram area, I have a wood cover and I let him build a canoe for me. I push it into the sea and start catching fish. How would you know, sitting in Accra, that Sanda's canoe is new and that he's on the water catching fish somewhere in, I don't know, Azizania or somewhere like that? How would you know?
You know, you just can't build a new canoe.
How? The wood carvers are doing that all the time.
The Forestry Commission is clothed with all the legal regime to control.
Okay.
That is one.
The building of canoes.
The building of canoes. So you need to apply to the Forestry Commission as to which forest area you're going to log and then get the wood. You need to go through that. We've engaged them.
So they are aware.
So we have collaboration with them that now anyone who wants to build a new canoe must take recourse to the Fisheries Commission, to the ministry, for we to approve or agree.
So nobody can have a new canoe on the sea without your knowledge.
That's right. Now, we've also empowered the chief fishermen. The chief fishermen at every landing beach, there's a chief fisherman. And he knows his fisher folks. He knows the canoes. And they have bought into this, and we've all agreed that they are one of our source to ensure that we check that. We are bringing in the co-management as well. We form the LABEC, gradually we form in the LABEC, we form the committees. You know, the co-management is a way of giving the delegating authority and also to ensure that there's a voluntary compliance, at least that is there. So that one is also there.
Question.
Secondly, we have our zonal officers, extension officers. We have the Fisheries Commission regional directors and all. So we have this link in there to ensure that we will checkmate.
So you're hoping that the fishermen will self-regulate, because you cannot go on the seas and catch everybody. So the fishermen, you are hoping, will choke each other. They will report on each other. The chief fisherman will report to you that
that's right.
Asimesi is not.
That's right. Because one, now you can't even go to the forest
to get
the wood.
And also because you have automated the buying of premix, the guy needs a card to go and buy premix.
You need a card.
So that one too.
We registered. We know every canoe.
Question. I'm a fisherman in Jamestown. I've been waiting for my child to finish GSS or secondary school so that he will join me in the trade. I have bought a canoe. I parked it somewhere. He wants to now go into the sea by December. What happens to my child? That's the business.
Already we've closed registration. We gave them a lot of ample time. We've closed registration. We've given out the unique numbers. We've given out the canoe identification card. If by this announcement you've not done that, then you are waiting for the moratorium.
So my son cannot go fishing?
No, you are waiting for the moratorium. The 12,000 plus that we have already, we've also made room because we know that it could happen that your boat will wreck beyond repairs. Beyond repairs, your boat could wreck. So we are saying that you can replace, but there's a replacement regime which start from you informing your chief fisherman. Your chief fisherman go take a look. get the Fisheries Commission informed. Fishery Commission comes and take a look and certify that yes, this your boat is wrecked and therefore you need replacement. Then approval will be given to you. A letter will be written to the Forestry Commission, and then they will also start their legal regime as to how you
before you can get a new
before you can get a new
replace your broken, but you can replace.
You can replace your old one because you have been registered. The numbers are on our system. Your names are
so
there.
you'll be given the same data.
So you'll be given the same data, and also you must maintain the same size.
Okay.
That is why we are saying that
shouldn't be bigger than the original one.
No. That's why we are saying we need to reclassify or recharacterize our canoes, and then our gear, which is very important.
We need to go, but in 3 years' time, when you leave this moratorium, you are hopeful that the fish stock would increase.
Very hopeful.
By what percentage? Do you have a projection you're working with?
Very hopeful. We're looking at, there's a scientific data. I don't have it offhand, but I can assure you that even with the other management measure that we've put in place for all the fleets, okay, from the industrial trough fleet, from the inshore, and then the canoe ones, you see that there's improvement in the stock level coming for all the species. But we really want to improve highly the numbers of the small pelagics,
no problem,
which is very affordable for the Ghanaians.
Finally, we will not see fishermen demonstrating against you. You're saying that you've got their buy-in. You're sure they're not going to come and say you're starving them and their families and their children who want to go fishing. You have got that sorted? Because if they do demonstration, will come.
They know that they are not making profit.
Okay.
They know. And they know this will help the industry.
Very well.
Okay, and so that we are very hopeful that every year we'll meet with them and we'll let them have the report as we do for the close season, get them the scientific data from
to back
the claim, what we've done with them so far.
Honorable Moses Anim, Deputy Minister, Fisheries and Aquaculture Development, Member of Parliament for Trobu in Greater Accra. Thank you for joining us on Prime.
Very grateful. I think we should make more time so we come and talk about fisheries.
Next time, bring fish and kinky. If you bring fish and kinky, we can
extend the time.
You come from Ministry of Fisheries. You didn't bring even one.
But I thought you've taken kinky and the fish already.
Maybe in the morning.
I could see it on your forehead.
That was in the morning. I needed one for the dinner.
All right.
Oh, okay. No, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.